Welcome to Concept with Justin. Today, we're exploring the crucial relationship between a home's architecture and its surrounding landscape. Your outdoor space, especially the front yard, isn't just greenery, it's the visual continuation of your home's design narrative. Whether your house is a classic build, a rustic retreat, or features crisp modern lines, the landscape should act as a complementary frame, enhancing its best features. We'll delve into creating these harmonious environments, utilizing elements like pathways, structural plantings, material choices, and even minimalist principles to craft outdoor spaces that feel intentional, sophisticated, and perfectly integrated with the home itself. Imagine stepping outside and seeing a seamless transition from indoor style to outdoor beauty. A place where every detail, from the shape of a planter to the texture of a plant, has been thoughtfully considered to create balance and visual delight. Let's explore the techniques to achieve this sophisticated cohesion. While nature often inspires free-flowing designs, structure plays a key role in connecting landscape to architecture. One versatile element within this is the use of potted plants. Pots offer versatility, allowing you to experiment with different arrangements and designs. Consider using pots of varying sizes and materials: terracotta for a rustic look, ceramic for a polished finish, or concrete, stone, or sleek composite materials for a modern, minimalist vibe that echoes contemporary architecture. To add depth and interest, arrange pots with intention, perhaps in clean lines or geometric clusters, mixing tall plants like fiddle-leaf figs or palms with cascading greenery like ivy or pothos. This layering effect creates a dynamic visual appeal, making even a small corner of your garden come alive with structure. Moving to the flower beds or planting zones, this is where creativity truly shines, always guided by the overall design goals. A well-designed planting area can serve as the heart of your garden, showcasing vibrant colors and textures, or emphasizing architectural form and foliage. For a timeless look, opt for a mix of perennials like lavender, hydrangeas, and daylilies. These flowers not only bloom beautifully but also return year after year with minimal maintenance. To enhance the visual impact, create layers within the flower bed, taller plants at the back, medium-height flowers or structural plants in the middle, and low-growing ground cover at the front. The result is a cascading effect or a defined composition that draws the eye and creates a sense of abundance or intentional order. No garden oasis or architecturally considered landscape is complete without a thoughtfully designed pathway. pathways are not just functional, they guide visitors through your space and set the tone for the entire landscape. For a sleek and contemporary look, consider using large stone slabs with pebbles placed in between. Geometric stepping stones, perhaps rectangular slabs set evenly within grass, offer a distinctly modern and visually engaging path. If you prefer a more rustic charm, opt for irregularly shaped stones or brick pathways. To elevate the experience, line your pathway with low-maintenance plants like boxwood or ornamental grasses, often neatly contained or clipped in modern designs. The front yard, often the first impression of your home, deserves special attention. A neatly trimmed lawn is a classic choice, providing a clean green plane, but you can take it a step further by incorporating structured elements like a manicured hedge or decorative fencing. These elements help define the space and connect it to the home's lines. A painted white picket fence, for example, can exude charm, while a dark stained wood or wrought iron fence brings a modern, sophisticated touch. Now, let's focus on a specific style perfect for complementing modern architecture, especially a house with a bright white facade, a landscape characterized by geometric forms, textural green plantings, and clean lines. Imagine approaching the crisp white house. The path is composed of geometric, rectangular stepping stones set precisely within a perfectly manicured lawn. Dominating the planting areas are large, raised planter beds with sharp, clean edges, possibly constructed from materials that echoed the house. These beds add strong structural elements and vertical interest. Within them, and perhaps defined by low, neatly clipped evergreen hedges, the planting focuses on a rich tapestry of green textures and shades. No need for excessive flowers. Think deep green boxwood, silvery foliage plants, feathery grasses, and bold leafy textures, all layered to create visual depth. The inclusion of a few small, architecturally interesting trees adds height and a counterpoint of more natural form. This entire composition, the geometric path and planters, the varied greens framed by hedges, the pristine lawn, creates a sophisticated, minimalist, and elegant landscape that perfectly enhances the modern white architecture. For a distinctive and modern twist, consider incorporating decorative black stones or contrasting light gravel into your landscape. These stones can be used to outline geometric flower beds, create borders along pathways, or even form the base of a minimalist rock garden. Their sleek appearance contrasts beautifully with the vibrant greens of plants and the soft hues of flowers, adding a sophisticated edge to your outdoor space. The backyard is where you can truly let your imagination run wild. If space allows, create distinct zones. a lounging area with comfortable outdoor furniture, a dining area under a pergola draped with string lights, and a garden area filled with lush greenery. Adding a water feature, such as a modern scupper or minimalist basin fountain or pond, can introduce a calming element to the space, while a fire pit surrounded by cozy seating can make the area inviting year-round. When selecting plants for your oasis or structured landscape, think about how they contribute to the overall atmosphere and design language. For the modern, green-focused front yard, prioritize plants offering varied leaf shapes, textures, and shades of green, hostas, ferns, specific grasses, dwarf conifers, heucheras. Large leafy plants like monstera or banana trees evoke a tropical vibe, while succulents and cacti bring a touch of the desert. For seasonal interests, include a mix of evergreens and deciduous plants. Evergreens provide year-round structure, essential for hedges and maintaining form in minimalist designs, while deciduous trees and shrubs offer changing foliage and blooms that mark the seasons. The small sculptural trees become key features. Vertical gardens are another exciting way to maximize your space while adding a unique aesthetic element. These living walls are perfect for small spaces or urban environments where ground space is limited. A vertical garden can be as simple as a wall-mounted metal grid with hanging pots or as elaborate as a fully integrated system with irrigation. Use a mix of greenery and flowering plants, or focus solely on green textures for a clean, modern look to add texture and variety. Herbs like basil, thyme, and parsley not only look beautiful but are also practical for cooking. Seasonality is another factor to consider when designing your outdoor space. A truly captivating garden evolves throughout the year, offering something beautiful in every season. In spring, focus on blooming bulbs like tulips, daffodils, and hyacinths, perhaps used very selectively in the raised beds or pots for brief color. Summer is the time for vibrant flowers and lush greenery, when the textures and shades of green in the modern landscape are at their peak. Autumn brings warm hues with chrysanthemums, asters, and ornamental grasses, adding seasonal texture. In winter, evergreens, holly, and plants with interesting bark or berries can keep your garden visually appealing. The structure of the raised beds, hedges, and architectural trees is highlighted. For those interested in a low-maintenance garden, there are plenty of options that don't sacrifice beauty. Succulents, cacti, and drought-tolerant plants like agave or yucca require minimal care and water. Ground covers like creeping thyme or clover can replace traditional lawns, reducing the need for mowing. Gravel gardens, which use stones and hardy plants, are another stylish and low-effort option. However, maintaining the crisp edges of geometric beds and hedges requires regular upkeep. For those who love to experiment, try incorporating unexpected elements into your garden. A mirror placed strategically can create the illusion of more space. A vintage bicycle with a basket of flowers can become a charming decorative piece. Even an old door or window frame can be repurposed as a quirky garden feature. In modern landscapes, features like minimalist sculptures or water elements are often preferred. A garden is not just an aesthetic addition to your home, it is a living, evolving masterpiece. By layering thoughtful design, sustainable practices, and a touch of creativity, you can build a space that is not only visually stunning but also deeply functional and meaningful, acting as a true reflection of the home it surrounds. A garden oasis or designed landscape is as much about the experience as it is about the design. Let's begin by talking about enhancing sensory elements, a crucial yet often overlooked aspect of outdoor spaces. A truly immersive garden engages all 5 senses: sight, smell, sound, touch, and taste. For sight, consider playing with contrasts and focal points, or appreciating the clean, sophisticated visual dialogue between the modern white house and the structured green landscape with its geometric elements. A mix of textures, colors, and shapes is key here. For example, juxtapose the delicate, feathery texture of ornamental grasses with the bold, structural lines of succulents within the raised beds. Use color theory primarily through shades of green and foliage contrast. Warm colors like red, orange, and yellow draw the eye and create energy, while cool colors like blue, green, and lavender promote relaxation. Adding vertical elements, like trellises with climbing roses or wisteria or the carefully selected sculptural trees, can elevate the design and add a sense of depth. When it comes to smell, fragrant plants can be included subtly to create an atmosphere that soothes and uplifts. Lavender, jasmine, and gardenias are classic choices for their calming scents, while herbs like mint, basil, and thyme add a refreshing aroma. For a unique touch, consider night-blooming flowers like moonflowers or evening primrose, which release their fragrance at dusk, adding a magical quality to evening gatherings in the garden. Sound is an often underutilized element in garden design. The gentle trickle of a water feature, such as a modern, minimalist fountain or small pond, can create a calming backdrop. Wind chimes made of bamboo, metal, or even glass add a melodic quality as they sway in the breeze. For a more immersive auditory experience, plant vegetation that attracts birds, like berry bushes or sunflowers, and install bird feeders or bird baths to encourage their presence. Incorporating touch into your garden design adds another layer of engagement. Choose plants with interesting textures, like the velvety leaves of lamb's ear or the spiky fronds of ferns. Contrast the textures within the varied green plantings against the smooth lawn or crisp hedge. Use materials like smooth river stones, rough bark, or soft moss in pathways or decorative features to create a tactile experience. Even outdoor furniture can play a role. Choose seating with cushions made from natural fabrics or modern, clean-lined materials for added warmth and comfort. Finally, let's talk about taste. A garden oasis can double as a source of fresh, delicious ingredients. Plant a mix of culinary herbs, fruits, and vegetables to bring your garden to life in a literal sense. Imagine stepping outside to pick fresh basil for a homemade pesto, or harvesting ripe tomatoes and cucumbers for a refreshing summer salad. Berry bushes, citrus trees, and even edible flowers like nasturtiums or pansies can add both beauty and flavor to your outdoor space. Herbs can be easily integrated into the raised planter beds. Another area worth exploring is seasonal adaptability. A well-designed garden should remain beautiful and functional throughout the year, offering something unique in every season. In spring, focus on early bloomers like daffodils, tulips, and crocuses. These flowers bring vibrant color to your garden after the dullness of winter. Pair them with shrubs like forsythia or magnolia, which produce striking blossoms. Spring is also an excellent time to refresh your garden beds and lawn with compost or mulch to prepare for the growing season ahead. Summer is all about lush greenery and bold, colorful blooms. Roses, hydrangeas, and sunflowers thrive during this time, creating a vibrant display. Incorporate shade structures like pergolas or umbrellas to make the space comfortable during hot days, and consider adding outdoor fans or misters for cooling. Summer is also the season for outdoor gatherings, so ensure your seating areas are well equipped with comfortable furniture and decorative cushions. The rich tapestry of greens in the modern front yard is at its peak. In autumn, the focus shifts to warm, earthy tones. Chrysanthemums, asters, and ornamental grasses can bring rich reds, oranges, and yellows to your garden. Add decorative elements like pumpkins, hay bales, or lanterns to celebrate the season. Autumn is also a great time to plant bulbs for spring, ensuring your garden is ready to bloom when the weather warms up again. Winter, though often overlooked, can be just as beautiful as the other seasons. Evergreens like pine, spruce, and holly provide structure and color when other plants have gone dormant. Add interest with plants that have unique bark, like birch or red-twig dogwood, or those that produce berries, like winterberry. The strong lines of the raised beds, hedges, and architectural trees provide essential visual interest against the dormant lawn. String lights and candles can add warmth and charm, transforming your garden into a magical winter wonderland. Thank you for joining us today on Concept with Justin. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and share it with your friends. And of course, subscribe to Concept with Justin for more design inspiration. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.